All rise. We're going to the Supreme Court. From hobo to halls of justice. Oh, I gotta show this. There's a guy with all kinds of cool lights on his bike. Come on, you motherfucking phone, flip! Jeez, I hate when I'm tapping the button, it's not responding. You didn't hit it at the precise micron that it needs. All right, we are going to make legal precedent, not president. I am legally the president. Man, my car is so dirty on the outside. I gotta wash it. I feel bad, like I cringe when I roll up the windows, all the dirt that's sliding up and down. I have been working a ton lately and very busy. That's why I haven't made many videos in a couple of days. And even today, I had to leave work, go to another gig, go to a film gig I had, and man, it's wild, like how I sleep, which is, if I am the least bit tired, I will like completely go out and take a nap. And when I woke up after an hour-long nap or so, I just, my body was like paralyzed. It's like I didn't want to move. I was like, oh my goodness, can't I just lie here? And I lied there, like I said, about an hour, and it was a while before I got my energy back. And I'm tired again. It's 7 o'clock now. That's well past my bedtime. This would be like going to sleep at like midnight on a school night. But I don't have work tomorrow, even though I still want to get up early. Do a lot of stuff. Been driving around. Oh man, so many days I've been out this week. It's good, don't get me wrong. Big stuff is coming. Big stuff you'll see. Can't say what right now, and also some of it I'm not sure the outcome of, but let's just say I've been doing a lot of work on a lot of different things, and you'll see, not the least of which is 2 films I worked on this week. Yeah, I was just so beat, and not only that, I've been like starving myself. Dumbass Chrysler van driver. Jeez, it's hard to see on this road with no street lights here. Yeah, just doing a ton, driving around a lot. I was up like 22 hours of one day, and then I slept past my alarm for work by about 30 minutes, and I just brushed my teeth, just drove straight there. I didn't eat anything. Felt like not even just so much tired. That wasn't so much the problem. It's my stomach was hurting. I had to go to the bathroom, and it was hurting so bad. I was almost thinking, it wasn't like I was sick or anything. It just, I don't know. And I finished work, slept 3 hours after work. It was not very restful. Like my legs were burning, I guess because my clothes were on. I was kind of hot. Having nightmares that I was being fired from my job. It's amazing how nightmares change throughout my life. When I was younger, it was always that someone was trying to kill me, and I still have those. Actually, I had a dream last night that somebody was speeding through traffic and hit like a hill on the side of the highway and died in front of me. I saw their body. But yeah, when I was younger, it was always, oh, the police are trying to chase me. I still have some vivid memories of those. They were really cool, actually. Or the mafia was chasing me a couple times. wanted to kill me. Now it's being fired from my job or being evicted from my room, which you can't evict a homeless guy. But I seriously had nightmares about that back when I was living at places that that I was being evicted unfairly. I gotta go get my car washed tomorrow. So obviously I can't talk about, or I don't want to talk about a lot of the stuff I've been doing, because until it's done, there's no need. And if I, see what the result is, if it happens. But it's good stuff. It's good progress, I'll say. And already, just good changes are happening. And, no matter how much work you do, it's like then the problems multiply and you have so many more. And I'm like, oh, this is what my life was like before. I forgot. Like back when I was, hadn't relapsed with my dissociative disorder, and it was before the pandemic, and I was out working all the time trying to find my next job. And now you add a year to that, and age, and well, that's what a year is. I didn't just freeze my age while the universe had another year elapse. Although it's so weird how time works. I've been watching videos on, PBS Spacetime, basically, that channel, and just how it's like everything we think is normal is like an illusion. Time does not pass the way we think it does. It's, affected by gravity and mass, and it's relative to the observer and all that. It's just super bizarre. It's like, how would you even conceive of a universe like that if you were, like, say you were just creating in your, like, you're a human being and you're just creating a universe like in a story and you want to describe how it works. Nobody even thinks like that, do they? I guess some sort of do. I don't know if they're writing like really hardcore sci-fi. Maybe Arthur C. Clarke. I did read 2001 over a period of years when I was a kid. I could not concentrate on it. I'd seen the movie many times. I didn't get the movie at all, but I still watched it a lot. I don't know why, I just wanted to watch it. I liked it, but I had it on VHS first, then I got it in 2003 on DVD, and I would just watch it again and again. I don't know, it's a great movie, but even back then I didn't really understand it. Now it's super easy to understand. I'm like, oh, it's pretty obvious what's going on. I woke up today after my nap, after work, after then going to a film set, and napping, and partly, I don't know, I've been starving myself and working physically, a strenuous job. I finally just had a cheat meal, or a cheat meal and a half. I got a small slice of cheesecake from pumpkin cheesecake from the food bank that's from Cheesecake Factory. It was literally like, I don't know what it's like, a sample size or something, which is good. It's fine. It doesn't need to be bigger. But I was like, that's not enough. And then I had a bear claw with cinnamon and stuffed with apples. So that's my cheat meal for the next 6 months, I guess. Really, I could pig out a little more, but I won't. I wouldn't feel good. And I just did a little modest workout. I'm not doing them as like intensely lately. Just partly laziness, partly I'm just working out so hard at my job. Damn it! It annoys me how this car bounces back and forth. It always makes me nervous, like it didn't go into park. When I park it, put the emergency brake on. Whew. Wow. And I will have a protein drink after my workout. Tim G, hello. Yes, hello back to you in New Jersey. Hello from Buffalo, New York. Wow. How's everybody doing? Click like. I'm taking my case against people who dislike my videos to the Supreme Court. A lot of you are going to be in for a rude awakening when court adjourns. And let's just say this, you better start writing your checks now. Get out your checkbooks now and just get your pens ready in hand. You will be paying up big time. You know what? I wouldn't want so much a dessert now because I already had that bear claw and that was a fucking lot of sugar. And the cheesecake. Which didn't look like a massive... I mean, 19 grams of sugar, that's a lot. That's a lot of calories. But, I would have something like... I won't even stuff myself anymore, but like a burger or something. Seriously, I've been like starving myself, like going to bed or going to sleep. Just like... you know, in pain from hunger, but being glad to do it, like liking it. But today I woke up from that nap and I was like, fuck, I know what I need for my mood. I need a dessert. Picking through what the food bank had. Because they have pastries there donated from grocery stores. I didn't want to buy a whole box of donuts. I was like, I would just have one donut. And that bear claw was like the first donut type object I've had in years, I think. I don't know, maybe not, but I think. These max protein shakes taste so fucking weird. I got this from the food bank too. It tastes like cherry cough medicine. It expires at the end of the year, October 26, 2021. Tastes like cherry cough medicine. When I've gotten max protein shakes with vanilla, this is chocolate flavored, those two tasted like cherry cough medicine. Gross, and a bunch of it clumped up at the bottom. Oh well, I'm partly having protein just to control the sugar spike, because I've heard that can help reduce it. Almost sounded like the Budweiser frogs there. Reduce. Oh, that reminds me, speaking of really deep voices, Office Hours was hilarious this week. Tim Heidecker's podcast, and it was DJ Doug Pound's birthday celebration, even though his birthday's next week. And the whole show was like a birthday blowout for him. And one of the things they did, Dikembe Mutombo, the NBA player, I'm pretty sure he's retired now, right? I mean, I think he was playing in the 90s. He does cameo videos where you can pay however much, and get him to read something and say it like a birthday wish. He did it for Doug, and his voice is like deeper than Ben Affleck's Batman in Batman vs Superman. And that was digitally altered. I'm not even talking about Christian Bale's voice. It is so ridiculous. It sounds like, I don't know how to describe it. It almost sounds like bubbling up sounds from a bog or something. His voice. So he's giving this happy birthday message to Doug. He's like, Doug, your friends, which I can't even do the voice because it's got this like croaking sound. Doug, your friends wish you happy birthday. But it was deeper than that. Like, it was lower in pitch. It was hilarious, and they were saying how he didn't even read the copyright that they gave him. Not that he made mistakes on it, he just didn't care. Like, he skipped past a lot of it that they wanted him to say to Doug. So anyways, if you want a cameo by Dikembe Mutombo, look it up. Maybe I'll get one. Hey, I should get one. For sure. I should get one. Who should I get it for? I don't need one for myself. Maybe I'll get one for my mom and, someday whenever I can, get her to LA, um, get her to react to it. That would be funny. And I do want her to move to LA. I think it's very possible. She just needs to know that she can make enough money here and live comfortably and have a neighborhood she could walk around in, which there are plenty. She's just prejudiced because the one time she was in LA before for Tim's Cook-Off, we were in Chatsworth, which there was like nowhere really to walk to except this like, small shopping center around the corner from our hotel, and then like I think it was like a part gas station, part liquor store or something. So nowhere to walk around to, and we were only there that one night, right? Yeah, we came in Saturday, shot Sunday, and then Sunday after the shoot, we went back to the airport. But I'm trying to think, like, who would it be funny, just in general, to get a Dikembe Mutombo cameo for? I keep forgetting to buy better hand lotion. I got this crap that's just like, I don't know what it is. But yeah, cool film shoots this week. Met a lot of people. I had my masks on and my face shield for one of them. The other one was outdoors, but I don't know. Man, it just, I was glad I wasn't, I don't even want to get into my symptoms of my dissociative disorder because I wasn't having them. So it's like it makes me dissociate just to talk about them, but, hope this pandemic can end. It even smells, it doesn't smell bad. It's not a bad scented, but it almost smells like whatever the opposite of lotion would be. It smells like something that would dry out your hands. Woke up this morning to some couple, I guess, screaming, like, leave me the fuck alone, shut the fuck up. Here in the parking lot I'm sleeping in. I'm like, oh well. Oh, and this was wild. When I was at the park, there was a couple. Holy shit, this van is hauling ass. They really shouldn't be doing that through a parking lot. Because you never know when someone's gonna, guy on a bike nearly crashed into my car. When someone's gonna step out, into the lane. But at the park, it was the dumbest argument. This, man and woman. I didn't even look at him. I just heard it, and I was like, oh, whatever. There's nothing to do with me. But all I heard was this girl screaming, like what? What is it about your sister, huh? Do you like her? What's the big deal about me wearing this shirt, huh? Like, do you like your sister? What are you, obsessed with her? That was funny. I don't know. Apparently, he got her to wear it. Then, like 10 minutes later, it seemed like he yelled something at her about a shirt. Like, hey, like I just had you wear that shirt just because, like, it was what I had or something. I don't know. Was it his sister's shirt? I don't know. I cannot fathom ever having that type of argument with anybody. What a waste of life. I'm not saying they're a waste of life. Hey, people go through stuff. And, they weren't hurting each other, at least physically. I don't know. Maybe mentally they were. But I just can't imagine that. And I can't imagine anyone who would want to argue with me about that. But I don't know. The guy was pretty keeping his cool, but who knows what the deal was there. And who cares? It's none of my business, except it was kind of funny. Yeah, this lotion smells like something that is the complete opposite of lotion and would dry out your skin. Oh man, I know I got to mark down to do something to do this week. Find an accountant to help me with my taxes. Or do I really need an accountant? I could just fucking put in all my info, right? What do I need an accountant for? I mean, I guess to help you maximize your deductions, but I don't know. But a lot of stuff going on this weekend. We'll see. Hopefully next week I'll find out some stuff, and Supreme Court will hand down their verdict on whether I can get penalties from everybody who dislikes my videos. And that will set a legal precedent going into the future. I don't understand that, how some cases are become precedent and some don't. Like, okay, what was it? Roe versus Wade. How'd that become, law? Just based on that case. And I know, by the way, even, pro-choicers, people who are for abortion, who say, yeah, it's not great law, to have it decided by that. So, I don't know. It just seems like there's so many nuances of every single case, and you can sort of make it look any way you want. Don't get me wrong, I'm all for abortion rights, just I don't know, it's weird, like I don't understand how like some cases are precedent and some aren't. But it should be precedent that if you dislike my videos, you have to compensate me. Cool thing about LA is they have 24-hour self-service car washes. I wasn't aware of any self-service car washes in Northern Virginia or DC or Maryland, but I didn't exactly go looking for them there. And the only car washes I knew were like Mr. Wash, where you just go and pay $15 or something and a bunch of guys wash it, or there was like one or two car washes you could still go to, but it wasn't even fully automated. Like there was an attendant there and you had to wait for him and stuff. And at least here, you just pull up, put in your credit card or whatever, or pay cash, and then you just pay by the minute for your car wash. That's pretty cool. I wonder why Virginia doesn't have that. Or at least around Northern Virginia, I don't ever remember seeing one of those. Maybe they exist. Man, my haircut I gave myself, it's so uneven. You don't really notice it, but it's a messed up looking haircut. I've saved a bunch of money just cutting my own hair. And I showered today in the street. I thought maybe I wouldn't. I thought it might be too tired, but I did. What kind of car is this? A little hatchback? Is it a Toyota? No, I think it's a Mazda. Interesting. I was thinking of this today too, because I'm into movies. The screenplay for The Room. I've read it from Tommy Wiseau. There's not one line of it that's properly formatted, like to screenplay format. It's just a mess. And I don't know I think it would have been more fun to read if it was at least somewhat properly formatted. But then again, you don't want to tamper with, someone as idiosyncratic as that. I can't believe the actors like willingly read from that script though. Like, but I also get it too. It's like, hey, you're being paid, presumably. Like, you're an actor. You want to act. You don't have to worry so much about, oh, what kind of movie is it or not. You're getting experience. You're networking. You're meeting people. You can work on other projects later. But if you've seen The Room, you know that I think it's Claudette. What's her name? Julie? The girlfriend, or they always say that my future wife. They never say the word fiance in the movie. But Claudette, I think the mom, she's giving her daughter advice, and she's like, "Oh, I got the test results back. I definitely have breast cancer." And the daughter says, and she says, "Oh, I'm dying. I have breast cancer or something." And the daughter says, "No, don't worry, Mom. They're curing more and more people every day." And that's it. Like, it's never brought up again for the rest of the movie. In the script, it goes slightly differently. And it's actually much, much funnier. So that scene happens. But then, later on, it's brought up again, I think. But what I know, I can't remember where exactly it happens, but what I know is this. Look up the screenplay to The Room. It'll take you like an hour or so to read it. So Tommy Wiseau's character, Johnny, brings this up to... What the hell's his girlfriend's name in the movie? I can't remember now. He keeps saying like my sweet, whatever. When he's talking Jessica, Julie? Someone answer this. What's her name? Damn it! No one's saying anything. And Greg. I remember Greg. I remember Mark. No, wait. Greg Sestero plays Mark. Remember Peter, the psychiatrist or the psychologist? Tommy Wiseau says, "You're always playing psychologist with me, Peter." And in riff tracks, they're like, "What? I am one." I remember Denny, Claudette. Remember the Dozen Red Roses. I remember we're running the Beta Breakers this year. Football in tuxedos in the corner of an alley. Oh, I remember, what's his name? Mark R? No. Something, Chris R, the drug dealer. What the hell is the girlfriend's name? I'm trying to remember now. Okay, whatever. Point is, I got sidetracked from the scene. That is possibly the funniest thing in the script, and it's not in the movie. Tommy Wiseau, his character Johnny, is like, it's so incomprehensible, like why it was written into the story in the first place, because it makes no sense. But I guess I forget who he's even talking to, but here's the thing I know that happens. So whatever the case, whether he's talking to Claudette or talking to his girlfriend, his future wife, he brings up the breast cancer, and he says something like, "Oh, and don't tell me, you can't go to this event with me or something because of your breast cancer. He does air quotes. It's like, why are you saying she's lying about it? It never came up before as a lie, or it was never set up as anything she was lying about. In the finished movie, they took out the your breast cancer, and like it didn't affect the movie at all. It still made just as little sense. But that's one thing that would have been even more funny if it was left in, because it makes no sense why he would assume she's lying about it, and it's never paid off. Like, okay, you're saying she's lying about having breast cancer, so does she ever, have to admit it or what? What? Anyways, it was just amazing. It was so funny and like how, just incomprehensible as to why this was done. But okay, what is the girlfriend's name? Danielle? Or was that the actress's name? Sarah? Jessica? Oh, well, I can't remember now. Someone look it up, damn it. Look up the character names in The Room. I've seen this movie like 5 times. I can't remember. Lisa, that's it, Lisa. Because I remember the line, "Why, Lisa? Why?" But just imagine that. Like what? Like, it's even more funny thinking, how did this make sense to Tommy Wiseau? Because like it's never made clear. Like, should we think she's lying about the breast cancer? Why should we think that Johnny is onto her for faking breast cancer? And what does she have to gain by faking it? It makes no sense whatsoever. She's not like integral to the story, like in a way where having her sick with breast cancer changes the whole story, and it's never brought up again in the movie anyways, or in the screenplay, I believe. Anyways, the other big difference from the script and the movie is there's one just totally uh, like bizarre scene that hints that Johnny is a vampire, and he takes his car or takes a convertible or something and flies it off the roof of a building and flies it away, something like that. Which I for real would have loved to have seen. It's like you gotta leave that in. He spent like $6 million making this movie. Apparently he's like independently wealthy. He owned a building. That's what Greg Sestero found out. He owned a building in LA or no, San Francisco, I guess, where they were filming it. And he found out because he was like, Greg was like on top of a building for some reason. He was doing some favor for Tommy or some whatever. And he saw Tommy's initials like in an engraving on the building. So it's not just that he rented it, he owned it. So somehow he has this business acumen that he keeps very private. And obviously the other people who work with him don't talk about it. Because you'd think somebody would be like, oh yeah, oh, that's the guy who made The Room, one of the worst movies ever. I know that guy, did a bunch of sales with him or something. But nope, nobody has said anything that I know of, which is fine. I don't need, he wants to keep it secret. Respect that. You don't need to know it. It's so much more fun as a mystery. It's less fun if you know stuff about him. I'm sure the real story behind Tommy Wiseau's life and how he made The Room, which I heard there's, and it's kind of obvious from the movie. There's some tragedy. He feels like he was betrayed, or maybe he was betrayed. Um, whatever really happened probably isn't as interesting or fascinating as what we can imagine. That's why I say don't ask too much about me. It's better for you to just imagine about my life than to know everything. Oh, that's a nice Toyota. Looks like a new Camry. Or maybe it's a Nissan. Yeah, it might be a Nissan Maxima. Oh, God. Yep, it's a Nissan. Nope, it's a Toyota. I don't know, who cares? Please just let us all switch to electric cars. Uh, I was going to say I was in LA today. I was up in the mountains on Mulholland Drive. So cool to say. Something I've heard about for so much of my life. And, I could see into the valley from there. And there was just smog everywhere and smoke. It sucks. It's like, come on, let's get electric cars. Let's get an electrified grid, a clean energy grid. So we stop all this, dirty air that's everywhere. Stop the dirty air. What choice do we have? Look how much of the country is frozen over right now, or has been frozen over, uh, in large part due to human-made climate change. It's amazing how some people don't believe that. Like, if you look up and study astrophysics, the formation of the universe, the formation of the earth, how astrophysics affects everything about us, the color of sunlight and stuff, you would know we are perfectly capable of affecting the environment in the way in which we do. The earth is not static. It was not always here, will not always be here. Its temperature has changed, its climate has changed drastically in the billions of years it's been around, and it also changes because of what we do to the chemical composition of the atmosphere and depleting the ozone and stuff. So easy to understand. Well, I won't say totally easy to understand in that, like, it's hard for me to explain the astrophysics of it, but that astrophysics is a part. It's in us, in our bodies, the elements that are on Earth were not around at the beginning of the universe for the most part. They had to, coalesce and condense into stars, and the stars were furnaces that created all these other elements. Anyways. And then dopes like Ted Cruz, just pathetic man who denies climate change, challenges people on it, and then totally self-serving, wants to go on vacation when people are freezing in his state. But anyway, and he totally, and I didn't first observe this, at least Vic Berger has talked about this the other week, that he wishes celebrities loved him. And the celebrities that do be nice to him, they're too nice to him. You shouldn't be. But he totally denies climate change, or he might acknowledge some of it. Some conservatives do that, but they say, well, it's not clear the influence humans are having on the environment. What kind of car is that? BMW, I guess. BMWs are super fun to drive. I've driven just one of them. No, two of them. But they were both 3 Series. A lot of fun to drive. Horrible cars to keep maintained. But if you're rich, I guess it doesn't matter. Or you can just lease one and in a year or two just turn it back and you know what you're going to pay for it each month. So it's just fun. But even then, I wouldn't bother. I'll still just buy old used cars in cash. What's your name? Alphonse? Oh, I was going to say Alphonse Fred. Alphonse Ford. Crucify the climate change deniers. What is that, from a Neil Breen movie? Because I know in one of his movies, Pass Through, I believe, which I haven't seen, his character, this like space messiah, I guess, crucifies a bunch of people for being violent. And in what the hell was it? What was the one where he kills 300 million people for being corrupt? Was that Pass Through? Or I Am Here Now? I get those two mixed up because I have not seen either of those, I think. No, wait. Or was that the one where he plays twins, Twisted Pair, where he kills 300 million people? I'm trying to, I can't remember. Which ones have I seen? I've seen Double Down. I've seen, and Double Down is like 40% stock footage of Las Vegas. I've seen Fateful Findings, which to me is my favorite. But did I, or have I not seen any of his movies? I haven't seen Twisted Pair. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. Can't think. Yeah, maybe I've only seen those two movies. Double Down and Fateful Findings. Why is it called Double Down? Makes me think of like it sounds like a burger or something. Isn't there some kind of burger called that? Double Down? Hello, Thomas. I'm talking about Neil Breen movies because Alphonse said he wants to crucify climate change deniers. And Neil Breen, among his other rants in his movies, talks about how people destroy the environment. And in one of his movies, he crucifies a bunch of people. But what is it? I think it's Pass Through. And this lotion is almost worse than no lotion that I put on my hands. It like smells like it's meant to dry out your hands. I don't know what is this crap. I keep forgetting to buy better hand lotion from the dollar store. I go in the dollar store pretty often, but I keep forgetting. And I've just been very busy, especially this last week, just doing so much, which I'm glad for. It's not a complaint at all. A lot of things changing, and I don't know. You think I should get an accountant or just do my taxes as an independent contractor? I mean, I have all my, income and everything, and just whatever, just do it and don't worry about maximizing my deductions. And um, if I got to pay some taxes, fine, who cares. I did not make much money at all this year or last year, so it's not even if I have to pay, it won't be a lot, but I'll be able to afford it. That's the main thing, I'm sure. Or should I go for the accountant? Because maybe the accountant will be like, "Oh, hey, you could get a refund." I don't know. Lucky, okay. I don't like the talk of desecrating people's bodies. Don't bring that up here. This car is parked across two different spots. Blowing through a stop. There's no stop sign, it's just a stop. I hate TurboTax. They fucking took so much, charged so much that they didn't say up front last year. I ended up paying like an additional $150 to TurboTax after the initial, whatever it is, $30, $90, I don't even remember, fee. I'd rather pay an accountant in a way. Or is there a way to use TurboTax that's free? Like I don't even care about maximizing deductions necessarily. Oh, fireworks went off. There was a firework that went off so close to me a few days ago, shook my car, woke me up. I was, for literally like a split second, I was worried it was a gunshot. It was so loud. I felt the concussion on my car, and then a car alarm went off nearby me. But could I just use TurboTax, like, and say, no, don't try and help me get maximum deductions if it means I don't have to pay them? If I don't have to pay them, maybe that's the best way to do it, and just say fuck it. Like next year I'll get an accountant and deal with maximizing my deductions, assuming I'll make more money this year. I don't see how that's true at all. TurboTax is free if you made less than 30K. I've never made 30K in my life in a year, and I've always had to pay TurboTax. And when you picked last year when I filed, and I picked, it said it did something to help me with deductions for, self-employment or whatever. Just, I don't even remember what the option was. It ended up, I don't remember if there was a way to avoid checking that box. Otherwise, like, I couldn't put in info for, like, independent contractor work. And it charged like $150 at the last minute, and that I had no choice in stopping, I guess, unless I wanted to start the whole thing over again. I'll see. I don't know. I don't know if the free TurboTax is just for, jobs, and that I definitely didn't make much. I only started my job last November, so. But I didn't make much at all as a filmmaker this last year. But maybe, yeah, I should save on the accountant. Oh, what a pain. And I have to do it all on my phone, too. Because I just can't get to my laptop. They don't show it on their front. That's right. Okay, now I have heard that. They don't show the free option on their front page. Holy crap, you're right. I gotta look that up. If I can do that, fuck it. I won't pay an accountant, because I might have to pay an accountant hundreds just to barely help me, because I don't even know what they can do. And like I said, I barely made any money this year. Or last year. And I've already sorted out all my income because I had to do it for something else that was similar in nature to all this. So it's like, just take the numbers, put it in, fuck it. I'm not even worried about maximizing deductions. I mean, if I have deductions I know of, I'll put them in, but Other than that, I'm not worried about like, oh, did I, like, yeah, I donated some money to charity, but I don't know how much, maybe, I'm just guessing, but $50, like, I don't even care. I'm not interested in tracking down every donation I made last year. Yeah, that's right, Alphonse. That's true, and I've heard that before. I got to remember that. Okay, maybe I'll just do that. Because the other thing is, I don't know how much accountants charge. You got to reach out to them for quotes. I don't want to have to reach out to a ton of people. I'd rather just go by word of mouth to find an accountant and get someone who knows, who works for like someone that I know, and have that cleared away. Oh my goodness! What the fuck? Lucky Luciano. I was gonna say Luciano. Donated $20. Says buy a nice dinner. You bet you I will. What should I get? Lately I've been getting these salads with salmon, anchovies, and a few little pieces of potatoes and eggs in there. Boiled eggs, which are really good. It's called miswa. I think that's what it's called, a miswa salad. And it's good. It's not too massive. Like the seafood salads at this one place I go to, they're kind of massive. And not so much the fish part, which I wouldn't mind, but the beans and rice. It's like, I don't want to eat that much beans and rice. But I'm always so starved, I can't stop when I see it. So the miswa is a good one. No beans, no rice, but it does have a few potatoes, so you do get some, good carbs. I think they're considered good carbs. I don't know. I've heard them considered bad carbs. And, it's got tomatoes in there too. I'm going to block out the light, so it's going to get dark, but who cares? What's wrong with having a dark silhouette? This is ominous. Dark live stream. A lot of protein, yeah, and I just had a protein drink. But yeah, especially, I mean, you can imagine my energy needs. I'm doing strenuous lifting. It's not all strenuous lifting. A lot of it is not that heavy, but a lot of it is heavy, like 30 to, I'd say regularly it goes up to maybe 80 pounds, and then sometimes I'm lifting 100 pounds or maybe a little more for 5 hours, basically, with a 10 or 15-minute break in the middle of there. And it's just nonstop. So that on top of, I do workouts, which lately they haven't been as intense workouts. I just want to do enough to feel, if I don't work out for like a day and a half, I feel like shit physically. So I'll just do like 5 sets of push-ups, but I can do more push-ups in a set now. I can do like over 30. So 5 times 20 to 30 around there, at least 100 push-ups, like just to at least get a decent workout, plus back workout and a bunch of squats. Right. Yeah, I do have fruit too. I eat oranges, apples, and occasionally I'll have fruit with my meal from this restaurant I go to. I got a salmon brioche sandwich the other day with mango in it and fruit on the side. Mostly like watermelon, pineapple. I think I had some cantaloupe. Believe me, I could use it after I get off work, and that's kind of my lunch, even though it's like 9 in the morning. But thank you for the $20. That's really cool. It's going to help me in my lawsuit. It's going to the Supreme Court. It's against people who dislike me on this channel. They're going to pay big time. I have a feeling that Supreme Court verdict is not going to go in their favor. So get out your checkbooks if you dislike my videos. Smoked fish for breakfast? Yes, that's something I've come to like too. So this restaurant has, it's like sort of like Eggs Benedict, but with lox on it. I never knew what lox was in my life. I had no idea. Didn't realize it's smoked salmon. And once in a while I get that. I think I've only gotten it like twice actually. Because I try not to have so much of the, the hollandaise sauce, which is kind of fatty, but fats can be good for you too. I don't know. I don't track my macronutrients really, but I just trying to eat at least clean foods, whole foods, except today I had a bear claw. It was my first like donut type meal or food in probably like, I don't know, 2 years or something. I just wanted something sweet after I woke up feeling beat the hell after my nap this afternoon. I've been starving myself most of the week and working really hard, and I won't even say, I shouldn't even say really hard, but like I did have a 22-hour day in there, then working the next day like 3 hours later, and yeah, working hard every day and film shoots, driving around a lot, which I'm glad about. I'm not complaining at all. But I was like, oh man, I just want something sweet. So, anyways, had a bear claw and a little piece of pumpkin cheesecake. But yeah, smoked salmon is good. I wish I could get it without the hollandaise sauce or something. I guess I could. Yeah. Excuse me. That miswa salad, that is good stuff with anchovy. Not a ton of anchovies, just like 2 or 3 pieces. With, excuse me, I have some business to do. With salmon on there, but nice, like 2 like big pieces of salmon. And then you got tomatoes, potatoes. Anyways, like I said, been very busy. That's why I haven't made a video in a couple days. I've never had escargot. I don't even know where I'd get it. I'm sure there's French restaurants around here. I mean, it's snails, right? Is that really a good meal? Wait, or is that frog legs? I'm trying to think. No, it's snail, right? It's like mussels. You spelled mussels wrong. Or is it? Or do you mean you've actually eaten mussels? In which case, get help immediately. You don't chew? I don't know, whatever. I don't think I've ever had caviar. I guess I'd try that. Maybe I've had it once. I'm trying to think, what other weird stuff have I had? Not much. I'm not much of an eater. I'm over food. If I never had to eat again, I'd be fine. Yeah, it's like anchovies. That's all I can think of. I had smoked cheese once. I thought it was kind of gross. Not exactly gross. I just didn't like it. It wasn't my thing. It's like, who am I kidding? What am I going to eat this smoked cheese for? You've had raw pork? How'd you end up having raw pork? were you starving out in the out in pig country and just came across a pig and thought, well, I don't have a way to cook this thing. I'll just take a bite out of it. It's cleaner livestock over there. Oh, Met. It's a German delicacy, all free range. Wow. I wouldn't trust it. How was it? I wouldn't trust eating uncooked pork. That seems like it would be less safe than eating uncooked chicken, right? Or I don't know. Or maybe chicken is just as dangerous to eat, I'm sure, uncooked. And how long does it keep uncooked? I mean, I guess you just refrigerate it, right? And what's the benefit of eating it raw? I guess you keep some nutrients that, get cooked out. Or were you high? What were you doing? I'm getting my sleeping bag right now, so that's why I'm moving around. I gotta have light. I can't see. I could go for some lox right now on a bagel or a English muffin. Lox. Never had lox in my life, I'm sure of that, until like the last month. How to get the name lox? Doesn't that, I don't know. Smoked salmon is lox? Lox somehow sounds like it would be a pastry. That's my opinion. We should reclassify it. The word should become a pastry, and smoked salmon is just smoked salmon. And anyone who forgets that change, like you order lox and then you're like, and you get a pastry and you're like, what is this? I ordered smoked salmon. Nope, it's a new name. Too bad. Jeez, I almost want a sweet breakfast tomorrow too, after I had a bear claw today. Like eat fucking pancakes or French toast. I don't really want to do that though. I want to eat healthy. Raw pork is delicious. Lox is Scandinavian. Yeah, they come up with a lot of fish foods, right? Since they're right on the sea. I'm just gonna put the phone up here in the corner so it's like on the passenger seat where the sort of whatever. That was a dramatic lighting cue. But yeah, if I can avoid getting an accountant, I think I will. Why bother? I seriously made such little money last year. It's amazing how I survived. And at some point, I want to read out my bank statements, just my earnings from each month last year. so you can see just how absurdly little money I made. But when you're an independent contractor, I'm not sure what that'll come out to with taxes or not. I mean, taxes? With, if you got a refund or not. SoCal Kevin, how's it going? No, I don't get money for disability. No, I don't have a gun. I got these meat hooks on my hand, or on my arms. They're called hands. Well, I have a job. I don't need disability. I mean, it sucks that I'm not making more money, but uh, at least I'm making enough money to survive right now. And I'll see. Oh man, taxes. I just wish it was simpler. I don't care if you told me to pay. It's like fine, I'll pay. But even though with how little money I made, I didn't even clear $20,000 last year. Actually, not even close to $20,000. I can tell you that. Quite a bit short of 20,000. I used 20,000 as sort of a marker because that's what I made a year when I was a bouncer, or at least the last year I was a bouncer there. I think I made 20,000, which that's a lot of money. That's a whole lot of money. That's a lot of eggs in 1924. But for today, I don't know. I gotta put the phone up. I just want to lie back. Stop holding the phone. After working so much this week, I was working on film shoots and my job and driving around a lot. I got to get a notebook and log my miles and everything from traveling for shoots. Today, when I took my nap after work and after working on a film shoot, I was just so beat. I don't know. I was like, oh, I got to eat something sweet for once. Not ice cream, but like a pastry. And so I had a very, like a little piece of cheesecake that Cheesecake Factory, I guess, makes or sells. It was at the food bank, and then I had a bear claw at a donut place. Which, for once, it was nice to have. It's been a long time since I've had either of those foods, years. I don't know so much about donut. Maybe I've had a donut on set somewhere, but I don't remember. But definitely cheesecake, I don't think I've had in years. Thanks, SoCal Kevin. Yeah, I'm always worried about it. Believe me, I wear 2 masks and a face shield for the most part. Um, uh, at work, I always wear a face shield and 2 masks, and whenever I'm in stores. So yeah, I hope I don't. The good thing is though, LA, the transmissions are way down. So now it's like I don't know how I didn't look today, but at one point it was below 1,000 a day. I think now it's hovering between 2 and 3,000 infections a day. Still way too many, and it's probably more than that. It could be double that because a lot of people don't get tested. But also, I've been getting tested basically the last 2 weeks now, and I think I'm just going to keep trying to get tested every week. and people are still getting infected, or I should say, coworkers are still testing positive for the coronavirus, the Trump virus. Sorry, you used the correct word for it. Um, because I don't know if they're getting infected at work or not, but they're testing positive for it. And we get notified of that whenever someone does. For a while, it seemed like we weren't getting notified of that. But I got tested last Friday, and the Friday before that. But, I'm not saying that's like, oh, so therefore I'm good. No, I always, got to act like everybody has it. I wish I knew how to get by better without sleep, but I just can't. I gotta. It could very well last a few years. That's the really unfortunate thing. I gotta keep putting the phone down. I feel like guilty when I don't pick it up, but you all can't see anything, anyways. Yeah, it could very well be around a few years, and I'll try and get the vaccine as soon as I can. Uh, I'm not sure when I qualify for it because right now in LA, food workers are the group that just became eligible to get it. And that includes people who handle food according to the county health department website, who handle food in logistics. Now, I do that. I handle food like boxes of food, like Blue Apron. So I don't know if I count as that or not. And I don't know what to do, who to call, but if I can get it, yeah, I want it as soon as possible. That's right. Yes, space junk. We need, yeah, stimulus checks. $1,400. How messed up is that? Trying to like divide out, like, well, you already got the $600, and yes, I'm talking about Joe Biden. So here's the rest of the 1,400. There you go. Off you go. I don't know. Didn't Biden just cut unemployment benefits too? Maybe they'll be extended, but they don't pay as much, right? You need a new PC? Damn, I wish I could get a new computer now for video editing and coloring. That would be really great. I mean, coloring film, not like just drawing. Space junk, you said it. Well, then why? Okay, if Biden increased the unemployment, why did I just read that like he cut it by like $100 or something for like each check that people were getting? And I'm pretty sure I'll qualify for the $1,400, but damn, it takes a long time to get. It's like, what the hell do they think people are doing? I'm lucky to be working now, but anyways, still just getting by. But I mean, I'm doing good. I'm doing kind of better than ever in a way. At least I don't have roommates, but Anyways, I won't get into it. But yeah, living in a car for over 2 years, it's a bit much. It'd be nice to have a desktop PC, not just a laptop. Although yes, I would like a laptop. Yeah, that's right. An inanimate object would be a better president than Trump. What happened with the government case versus me? Well, I'm suing people who dislike my. I filed a class action lawsuit against, but it's like a reverse class action lawsuit. So instead of like multiple plaintiffs and one defendant, I'm one plaintiff with multiple defendants. Everybody who dislikes my videos, I'm suing them. And it went to the small claims court at first, maximum cap of like $10,000 damages per person, and I think what happened. Oh yeah, they ruled against me, so I appealed it. Then it went up to the state court. They ruled against me. I appealed it and went to federal court, and now it's going to the Supreme Court. And they're gonna find out whether you all owe me $10,000 if you dislike the video. It's going to add up to quite a bit, and I have a feeling my inside sources tell me that they're going to decide in my favor. It's actually already been decided. It's like the Oscars, they already know ahead of time who's going to win. So I'm saying get out those checkbooks now. Get ready to pay up. And then you can expect this to be legal precedent. You cannot watch my videos in the future without expecting huge punitive fines. Anyway, so the infection rate has gone way down in LA, thank goodness. I mean, it was like scarily high for a while. It's still too high, don't get me wrong. But somehow it went way down. I don't know. I guess so many people got it. Now there is kind of a herd immunity, but it's not good because so many people got sick, died. Somebody's revving their moped. Yeah, that's good. I could use fellow plaintiffs. You're not going to get money from me if you join. You're just going to, add your name like to the petition to the court. You're reading $300 a week until September. Well, didn't you say $400 before? So that would mean that's right. I am God. First of all, I am the Lord, and but isn't 300 down from 400 a week? Well, I am suing people for disliking the videos, so deal with it. And that's, I think, what the Supreme Court is going to rule. And frankly, I think you all know it, and it's a disgrace that people are arguing with me on this. It is the greatest con job of the 21st century. you know, such hate, such hostility for me. What do? I'm homeless and I entertain you. Yep, they just dropped it by $100. I was right. So, see, you shouldn't even, like, people shouldn't even, like, disagree with me. So it's like you shouldn't even disagree with me with stuff just like like man to man. Don't disagree with me, but also don't dislike my videos. I will sue you. But they're extending it to September. Right. Well, I didn't say anything about that, but I did say they were cutting it by $100. Looks like I was right. Big time, big league. You know, and frankly, you know it. It's just people are biased against me. Yeah, those people are going to be embarrassed, and I mean, you think, you know, making a big purchase, you got to consult with your spouse or something. Imagine having to pay upwards of $10,000 in damages to me, and you have to explain, like, oh, why are you writing a check for $10,000? You know, that's our savings. It's like, well, I have to. It's a court order. That's right. That would be a good shirt, SoCal Kevin. I got sued by Angelo. That would be like a scarlet letter in an ideal society where it's like, oh, you disliked his videos? The ones that have meant so much to me and my family? You can sue for anything. It's called getting a lawyer. And all right, Lucky. I can't let you say that stuff in here, Lucky. I can sue. Yes, I can sue. I can sue. I did sue. Supreme Court's dealing with it. That's why there are appeals. I appealed it. It went to the Supreme Court. If somebody lit fireworks, I should sue them for noise damage, noise pollution. No, noise damage. Let's just stick with that. And disturbing the peace. What time is it? I'm tired. 8:20. This is way past my normal bedtime. I'm pretty tired, everyone. I'll turn the light on to wrap this up. But thanks for watching, everybody. Appreciate it. I got my eye shade on, but it also looks kind of like a Mo Howard wig. I wear it like this on top above my eyes. But it's true, the court's the only remedy for this. But thanks for watching. We actually had a decent number of people watching. And I've just been working a whole lot lately. That's why I haven't put up a video in a few days. But, it's good. It's all good, you know. I'm not complaining at all. I'm just trying to do as much as possible and try and sleep. And obviously that hasn't worked tonight so far, but um, yeah, anyways, just trying to get a lot done and make hopefully things change. And that'll be that. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.